Hi, welcome to the Gamesplainer. I'm Jeff the Gamesplainer, and today I'm Gamesplaining Age of Galaxy. So if you have watched my Gamesplain of Age of Galaxy, you'll have an idea of how the game plays. I am going to have a playthrough for 2 players, as is set up at the moment, which means these and these spots are covered up, so 3 and 4 player plus spots are covered on that board as well. We don't put any markers out on these because they're for the 4 player game. And that is realistically all that is different. So we start with production phase. Production phase is gain 3 cubes, so that's going to be your actions for the turn. Then gain money or yellow markers equal to what the red marker is or orange marker. So it's 3, 1, 2, 3, and same on that player, 1, 2, 3. Then the orange marker comes down 1, so you need to find a way to get that back up at a future stage. Then we do any of these abilities. So for every tree planet, he would gain 1 of these markers. I have to assume it's for the actual planet, not for the ability to get into that planet. So nothing happens at the moment. We then go to the action phase. So what the action phase is using these 3 markers to do stuff. So what he's going to do, you only get to do this once per round, is he's going to play a card there to get the bonus, which pushes him forward 1. That's just like an extra bonus thing. But what that now gives him is the ability to go to that sun planet. So he's now going to play in the colonize, which colonizes the sun planet and gains him 1 of these markers straight away. That's all that needs to happen. There's no cost on that first planet because you're paying 1 money for every planet that you have colonized. Orange is going to do the research action, which costs him 3 money. 1, 2, 3. And he's going to take that action as his research. So he now has a shield. He is also going to do the research action and take the same spot. So that just costs him 3 money as well. Brings him down to 2. Back over to orange. Orange can only land in sun spots, and that one's already been taken. So he may have to do the same thing if he wishes to land somewhere. And he thinks he's going to place that one, and he'll actually place that straight over the top. So he'll gain 2 money straight away for placing that. No extra ships, but the 2 money. That now allows him to get this planet. So he's going to go and colonize that planet, which gets him 1 of those relic markers. Back to green. Green is now going to go there, which costs him 2 money to produce 1 ship. And back to orange. So what orange is looking at is he can't do nominate because he doesn't have a tower of 2. He can't trade because he actually doesn't have the appropriate materials to be able to trade with. Can't explore because there's nothing to explore on that level. He could research, which is at another marker down there. No point in doing the retrieve. He doesn't have any of those markers to be able to flip over. He could colonize, but he would need to have 1 of these 2 planets to colonize, so none of them can be colonized. He doesn't have enough money to develop because he needs 7 money for that. He could manufacture. He doesn't see the value in that. So realistically, the only thing that is available to him is doing that, which gets him 1 more money. What that means is his next turn, he's going to be above the 7, so he will be able to develop. We've now finished that action round. We go to a Galactic Phase. In the Galactic Phase, we move this guy 1 forward, flip a card over, so you can see what's coming up. That will need a marker on it. Any cubes up in this top slot go to the matching card. So the ones in this one go this way, the ones in that one go that way. Reset the sequence order depending on who is furthest forward on this track. So green is still furthest forward, so he maintains that first player. And then we move on to the production phase for the second round. So second round, we take 3 action cubes for each player. Take money equal to your thing. So this guy gets 2 money, this guy gets 2 money. Then the orange one gets moved down 1 spot again. Then he's going to get a element for each of the tree planets, he doesn't have any of them. He's going to get 2 money for every water planet. So he has 1 water planet, so he will get 2 more money. Okay, it's now this guy's action phase, Green's action phase. First thing he's going to do is explore. So he puts that in there. He has the shield. This guy then shoots out, so he's gone, and that player will get what is on the token. 4 of them, and that goes back to the box. Back over to Orange now. Orange is going to develop. So he'll do that one. It costs him 7 money. Put that on there. That also gains him 1 point in that. And then he gets to gain one of these, or 1 money and 1 income, which he thinks he might actually take the money and the income. Back to Green. He's also going to play another card that gets him one more of these tokens. What that now allows him to do is he's going to colonize, and he will colonize that planet. It costs him 1 money because he has 1 guy out already. That gains him 2 on the income, and because he's just colonized in a spot where he has another colony, he gains 1 of those relic markers. Orange is going to also colonize. It'll cost him 1 money, and he's going to colonize that spot because he has that type of planet, and that will gain him extra money at the beginning of the round, next turn, and every turn afterwards. That gains him 1 of these markers. Green only has 1 money, so he can't colonize because it would cost him 2. He can't develop, of course that would cost him 7. He can't manufacture, of course that would cost him 2. So everything on this line is out. He can't explore because there's nothing to explore to start with, but he also doesn't have any ships. He can't research because he doesn't have enough money. He could research with these actually. That might be the best way for him to move forward. He's going to send the guy up to do the research, spend 1 of these markers to research over there. What that pushes forward is the orange one, and he can now colonize these types of planets. There aren't any cards. You need to get that one if you wish to colonize any of those planets. Okay, we move to Orange's turn. So Orange doesn't have enough stuff to be able to colonize again. Actually, he does. He's got 2 money, so he could colonize again, but there's no planets available to him to colonize again. He doesn't have enough stuff money to develop with. He could manufacture a second plane, but he's going to lose that second plane anyway, so there's no real point in doing that. He could explore, but once again, there's no spots for him to explore to. He doesn't have enough money or these markers to be able to research. He doesn't have any of those markers to flip over. He doesn't have enough of these to be able to nominate. He could trade, but that's not going to gain him much at the moment. He could scavenge. What he thinks he might do is will do the trade. And he'll trade here and trade that 1 marker for 2 more income on his next round. Okay, we now go to a war phase. So we compare the number of ships. Orange has 1 ship, Green has none. So Orange wins. Orange gains 1 point there and 1 more money. He puts this to an unprotected planet. So the green one would need, because he's got 2 planets, he would need to have 2 shields available to him. He only has 1 shield, which means these guys aren't protected. So he's just going to put that ship there, and that will basically stop the other player from being able to get a point at the end of the game. We lose the number of ships down to how many shields we have. So both of them have no ships and no shields, and that's absolutely fine. And then we move forward. The only thing that I haven't covered is when one of these gets filled up, so let's just imagine that that got pushed up to there, we have what's called a golden age. These markers go back to their players to be used in the next round, and the card flicks over. So that's the only thing available to them. But green's going to get 2 extra turns and orange will have 1 extra turn in the next round. I believe that I have covered everything that's necessary for this game. If this is what the board looked like at the end of the game, these guys would have, orange would have 2 points, green would have 1 point. Orange would have another 2 points for that, another 1 point for that. So I'll just use this as the victory point tracker for the moment. So that would move to 3. Green would only get 1 extra point for this one. This one doesn't give him any points at all. They both get 1 extra point because they both have 1 relic marker. And then this player has this as the major ideology, which means he's going to get 1 extra points for every 2 of these round down. He's only got 1, so he doesn't get any extra points. And that player has this as the major ideology, which is going to give him 1 victory point for each research token, which he also has none of, because this player has a lot of them. So he won't get any extra points for that. And that is realistically how the game is scored. Please go to Kickstarter if you like the look of this game and see, I'm not sure when it's going up, but see if it's up yet. I'll try to put a link at the end of this video to the Kickstarter if I think about it. If you have any comments or suggestions, please write them below. If you have any games that you would like to be Gamesplaned, please shoot me an email to thegamesplainer@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter @thegamesplainer to keep up to date with the games that I'm playing. Subscribe to my videos to keep up to date with the games that I'm gamesplaining. And until next time, enjoy gaming.